Hello everyone, Pastor Doug here. So I've got a question for everyone today. What does it mean to be created as a human being? Or what does it mean to be created in God's image? Well, we can look for the answers in Genesis, but the world has some interesting ideas as well. So I'm going to go see what the world has to say, and then we'll see what the Bible has to say. So let's get going. Fatalism. Fatalism is the theory that we are nothing but pawns left to the cruel, merciless universe for judgment and life. Does that sound like being created in the image of God? Marxism says that we're merely cogs in a wheel, that the only purpose we serve is to work. Does that sound like being made in the image of God? Naturalism says that we're just animals, that we're slightly up the food chain, but our nature is nothing different than any other animal. Does that sound like being created in the image of God? Well, society says that we're created for one purpose alone, to have sex, and that each one of us is just a sexual being to be desired. Now that does not sound like a good reason that God created us, or even to be created in His image, does it? Here's what the Bible tells us about being created in God's image. This is Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 through 27. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, according to our likeness. They will rule the fish of the sea, the birds of the sky, and the livestock of the whole earth, and the creatures that crawl on the earth." So God created man in His own image, and He created him in the image of God. He created them male and female. So God tells us exactly who we are and why we're created in His image. We love like He does. We desire relationships with other people, and most of all, we desire a relationship with God Himself. This is one of the best gifts God could have given us, that we're not just animals, that we're not controlled by destiny alone in a universe that's cold and cruel, but shaped by a loving God who gave us dominion over the earth. We're not one of the animals. We're to take care of the animals. Man has come up with many flawed ideas of who we are and what our purpose is in this life, but God's quite clear on what it is. So remember that you're created in God's image, that you are to do great and holy things in His name, not to destroy the temple He gave you, which is your body, with drugs or alcohol or obesity, but to treat it exactly the way God intended us to. So that's what it is to be created in God's image. So remember that I love you and I'm praying for you. If you have any questions, always feel free to contact me and we can talk about it. Until the next video, goodbye, and I'll see you next time.